I'm children's book creator Donovan Bixley. Kia ora, and greetings from my studio in Aotearoa, New Zealand. You know, I really love making books about animals, so today I'm going to show you how I draw my character Claude D'Bonair from my book series Flying Furballs. I'm not really sure if I'm going to get it right first time, so I do a couple of versions. One's a little bit more elongated. I'm just mapping out the drawing really roughly. I decided out of those two that the one on the left is much better shape, but the proportions are much more like Claude. So it doesn't matter how good you are at drawing, sometimes you just need to have, you don't know until you've started drawing whether your drawing's going to be right or not. I get most of the details down in a pretty rough way. Now here's the real trick. All of a sudden, I'm going to get another piece of paper, lay it over the top, and I'm going to start tracing over the top of that rough drawing. So I'm using a Zeta pad, which is really cool. I love using a Zeta pad. It's nice, smooth kind of paper, and it's also a little bit see-through, so it's great for tracing. So I'm just going to trace over the top of my rough drawing, and I'm going to fix all the things that I didn't like. I'm going to keep all the things that I did like. I might add a few more details. See, I'm going to add a little scarf here just to give Claude a bit of dynamic movement because he's an energetic young dog fighter. So now I'm going to just really start roughly colouring him in with some coloured pencils. I love using coloured pencils. Just really, you can see really roughly, I don't have to colour within the lines. I'm just going to grab a piece of paper here and put it under my hand so that I don't start smudging my drawing all over the place, which is a handy little trick. I'm just sort of slowly building it up with layers and layers instead of trying to do a really solid fill. Here I'm going to start using my black pencil to start making my lines go in the same direction as Claude's fur might go, which kind of gives the drawing a little bit of shape and dimension. Just using all sorts of colours here. Use a little bit of purple in his mouth along with some pink and some red. And now I'm going to start adding a little bit of shading in the white areas of his fur, just to give his smile a little bit of definition. When I created Claude, I wanted him to look like he had flying goggles on even when he didn't have his flying goggles on. So that's why he's got that certain colour to his face with the black and white. See, you can see I'm going really rough on all of this. I'm not worried about going within the lines at all, and I think that's one of the really nice things about working with pencils. You just scribble over everything pretty roughly. I'm going to use a Leonardo da Vinci trick here. I'm going to use my finger to start rubbing in and smudging some of the areas, and then I think his mouth needs a little bit more definition, so I'm just going to go in there with a little bit more black, and then I think he's pretty much done. I could go on and on and on all day with this drawing, but it's got to end somewhere, so about time that I put my signature on it. There's been a few handy tips and tricks and ideas in there that I hope you can use on your own drawings, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing how I draw Claude D'Bonair from Flying Furballs. So, if you love drawing too, grab a copy of my brand new book, Draw Some Awesome. It's crammed full of all my best tips and ideas to help budding artists draw some awesome.